Well, thanks, Katie. Thanks for getting that all set up for us, and I really appreciate it. You know, that's why we work as a team, just because, you know, sometimes you have emergencies come up, and so I really appreciate all of you, and thanks for being on the call tonight. My name is Dr. Kurt Fisnick, and I'm here in North Dakota. It's a beautiful day again, 80-some degrees, and, you know, I just really grateful for so many things, and you know, it was 11 years ago, almost to the day, just this last weekend here, when I got in my motorcycle wreck, and 11 years ago today is when I came out of the coma, and I think about it this week more than ever, every year, and next week, you know, I'll kind of just, you know, it'll be like a fading thing, but the 1 week out of the year I think about it, and you know, sometimes I think people look at things that happen in their life, even if it's, you know, maybe not the most pleasant of things, and they don't look at the good side. I mean, and some of you are probably wondering, well, what good side could there be to this? I'll tell you, I was so busy with my clinic. I was so busy working and you know, going to my, you know, I was self-employed, but basically what I'd done is I created myself a job, and I didn't have time to spend with my kids, and my testimonial is probably a little bit different than most people, you know, although I really had a bad accident, and I recovered from it. They told me I'd never walk again. Here I am, walking, and, you know, chasing elk up and down the mountains every year. But my most important part of the story, and probably the part of the story that affects me the most, is the fact that I get to spend time with my family now. I get to spend time with my friends. I get to spend time with my parents, and I get to work with all of you. I get to work with people across the globe, and I'm just really so grateful to be able to do that. And I feel like, you know, I'm on my own little mission. We talk about the Mauer mission, but I feel like I'm on my own little mission here to help people and make sure that they can all be living pain-free and happy lives. And so tonight, the last Friday of every month, we do the testimonial call. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to reach out to Dr. Sandra Clark down in Florida. Dr. Clark is I think, from what I understand, a retired chiropractor. And she's going to share her story first. And I know she's got some extras that she wants to add to it as well. So Dr. Sandra, if you want to hit *6, hit *6 on your phone, and you'll be able to mute yourself back in. Are you there? *6.
Oh, hi, Kurt. I actually went away from the phone. I'm very sorry because I had a new distributor that I wanted to just. They called me back to see if I could get them on the call.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, no, they can't. They're heading out. They're heading out for the day. So, but thank you. Yeah, thanks for that. So I didn't hear that bit. I just heard the very early introduction, and I thought I'll go back and do a replay later.
You bet.
Doc.
Oh, is this Faye?
Oh, no. Can you hear me?
Who was I just speaking to?
Dr. Sam? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, Kurt, that's, it's Bronwyn Walker. I'm signed up under Margot Gulliver.
Oh, okay. Were you going to share a story with us tonight?
I wasn't really, but I can do a very quick one. With Age Pill, in 2 weeks, my floaters were gone. So that's just very quick story.
That's too quick. You have one that's maybe a minute longer? I'm just kidding.
Really, I hadn't been prepared for it. I've just got very excited about the products lately. Okay. I really am, because I've gone on to a bunch of them now, and I can really tell a difference. I can't. The trouble is, because I went on to a bunch of them all at the one time, I can't sort of which is which, what does what. And but I'll book a call with you and sometime and just run through some other things that might be beneficial, because I've got my new people on to age pill first up, and they've already got feeling more energy. So that's fantastic.
Well, why don't we do this next month on the same call, the last Friday of the month? Why don't we line up some of your new people and yourself, and we'll get you to do a testimonial then?
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
That'll be lovely.
Well, I'll have you hit *6 and mute yourself back out, and then Faye, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, Faye.
Oh,
how
fabulous.
Are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm in the car driving, or as a passenger though, so I will do my testimonial now. What I would like to do is to talk about fucoidan. And I was looking after a friend of mine who contracted cancer, and I started her on fucoidan immediately, and it was 8 ounces a day in four times a day. After 2 weeks, her hands, and if I should say she had rheumatoid arthritis and had been on some very nasty drugs. But what the fucoidan did to her hands was she had a big lump in the middle of her right hand on the back. There was a big freckle there, and it was a great big lump, and it almost joined to the bone that connects the hand to the arm, and that was also very large and almost joined the two together. Doctors had not been able to get rid of that through steroids or whatever she was prescribed. And after she was diagnosed with cancer and I found out about it, I immediately started her on the fucoidan. And in 2 weeks' time, the lump in the middle of her hand was gone, and there was just a freckle left, and it was flat. There was no swelling, no lump there at all. And the bone that connected her hand to the wrist there on the outside, that was diminished and ultimately completely became a normal looking hand. Now, having the rheumatoid arthritis, her fingers were also shifted slightly to the outside, sort of like as you would imagine a person with rheumatoid arthritis has. Their fingers don't remain straight. Although they weren't too bad, they were shifted. And what also happened is that the fingers slimmed down. Like this, if there was swelling in the fingers, they slimmed right down. They looked really good, and the fingers became straight. And that, I think, is a fabulous testimonial to what the power of the fucoidan is, what it can do systemically for a person. As far as her cancer is concerned, the only thing I could say about that right now is that when I first found out about it, it was very fast moving, and she already had some impingement on her lungs and her stomach, so her breathing was a bit restricted. In 2 weeks' time, she could breathe fully and deeply and fully again, and she always could. And that's my story on the fucoidan. Did you lose him? Might have left him. Did you lose me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Thanks, Faye.
Did you get the full transmission there?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Dr. Kerr, did you know that I'm here waiting for you?
Okay, is this Dr. Sandra?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Wow. Well, there you go. Perfect timing. Let's
good.
Let's get you on the call.
Okay.
If you want to share your story and let people know what's happening down in Florida.
I do. I've been waiting for this for 2 weeks.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to read a letter that I wrote to a patient of mine who has been a friend and a patient for the many years that I was in practice, which was almost 25 years. And of course, I am retired now and living in Florida. But I wrote to this person back on August the 4th. If you don't mind, it's probably going to take maybe a couple of minutes to read it. Would that be okay? Are you there? Okay, I'm going to read it anyway. Congratulations, John. It's only a $2.50 a day investment in your health and well-being. I think you will be pleased and maybe even amazed, like I am, with your results after a short time on it. I wish you could feel my hands, wrists, arms, neck, back, and leg muscles. They're like a person who works out at the gym a lot. And I'll tell you an aside about this is this man is my same age, which you'll find out in a few minutes. And he does go to the gym and work out a lot. So this is going to be meaningful to him, I believe. It's so funny. One day, about 3 months into the age pill regimen, I just kind of happened to look down at my right fist as I was washing dishes, I think. And I thought, wow, that looks really strong. And I reached over with my left hand and felt the entire fist. And then I started trying to move it in flexion and extension, and it was unbelievable. Then I started checking all my arm muscles in all directions against the left hand, and then the same with the right hand, checking the left fist and fingers, wrists, biceps, triceps, then trapezius on both sides, and then neck muscles. Sorry, just 1 second. And in the next day or so, I started checking the left calf muscles because that is the strong side now. The right calf muscles are very small and weak since the back injury from the wreck. But man, you should see the difference now in both legs. I'm sorry to go on, but John, this is truly amazing. I don't work out at the gym or do any regimen of exercises anymore. I just kind of gave up, and I'm 71. I just do housework, washing dishes, laundry, and some occasional weed pulling in the yard when it's cool enough. Rich does the hard stuff like vacuuming, sweeping, and mopping, but he's always done that because he likes to, quote, see the results. The first thing I was aware of in just a few days, maybe less than a week, was waking up with such a sense of feeling great, joyous, excited, and enthusiastic about the day as if it was a Friday or Saturday morning and we were planning on doing something exciting that day. But we weren't. It was just a regular day. But I felt so good and was so happy. That has continued some days more or less, but the feeling is there always. I'm having more energy and push myself to do things I haven't been able to do since that day, December 24th, 2007, when we were hit from behind. I'm now building 3 businesses, 3 of them, all different, and I have a life again. I have something to look forward to, something to be excited to be able to do again. That was life-changing. One never knows what they will notice first, or how it will feel, or what is going to come next with this age pill. My hair is growing back where it was getting thinner and thinner on top. It was pretty mostly silver white, and now it's not only growing back, but there's only 1 or 2 hairs in the sink every time I wash it, compared to many. And it's turning a different, darker shade of silver and somewhat blondish. I used to be blonde. Rich keeps telling me I'm looking younger all the time. I didn't have many wrinkles at all, but more on the left side, and those are fading away. Also, the few liver spots on my hands are almost completely gone, except 2 freckles I've had all my life. I never know from day to day what new thing I'll notice next. I have so much more energy. I just go up to people and talk to people around me, in line at the store, anywhere I am, and I never did that. I've always been pretty shy with people I didn't know, but not anymore. I've been given a whole new life, I feel like, to start a whole new career. I'm planning on staying on this for the rest of my life. Heck, who knows, I may even see if I can start flying planes again, or certainly dancing again. Oh, I forgot to mention the complete blood work I just had done recently, where everything was completely normal except vitamin D was still too low. When the weather gets cooler, I feel certain I'll be outside a whole lot more, gardening and hopefully walking on the beaches again. Well, this is way too long, John, But I just have to say that I think you're making a great decision based on what I've seen just in the last 4.5 months of my life. Blessings to you, and please let me know how and when you want to join us. Excuse. Sorry, I have a cough. When you want to join us in this adventure into better health, sincerely, Sandra Clark, D.C. I do have a couple of more things to mention. You said, Dr. Kirk, that I might be able to mention a couple of other things. I'm also preparing to renew my real estate license by September. I've been a licensed realtor for 16 years. I'm also noticing decreasing and lightening of varicose veins in my legs. And I'm sorry, I just was exposed to a lot of people at a get-together, at a meeting last weekend, and they all work at the hospital, and I think they brought me a gift and gave it to me. So I'm coughing. I just started the Fucoida. We just got that this afternoon, and both Rich and I just started it a few minutes ago. So I'm really excited about using a lot of the other products, and I heard the lady that was talking a few minutes before I got on, where she had taken a lot of things starting all at once and didn't really know what was doing the most for her, what was doing what. And fortunately, this time, I can tell you exactly what it was. It's all been just the age pill so far, and I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Dr. Sandra. That was a great testimonial. Wow.
Thank you.
So you're going to start flying again.
Oh my gosh, that's my dream. Yeah.
There you go. Wow. You know, I just love that. You know, when people, they start looking at things and they start looking at life a little bit differently, because all of a sudden they see that maybe they can get their life back.
You're exactly right.
And so, you know, thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Well, if you want to hit *6, thanks for sharing.
Okay.
And then we're going to run out to Susie Morris. Susie, Katie was saying that you have a story to share. If you want to mute yourself in, *6. Are you there? If you're on the computer, there should be a button on your on the microphone icon. Just click that. Did you find it?
Now? Yep.
Loud and clear. How are you doing tonight, this morning, Susie?
Good. How are you, Doc?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
That's wonderful, wonderful. And I'm so excited to be on this call today. I have this renewed pizzazz and, I don't know, just this real joyous feeling that life's just about to change. I'm ready for the roller coaster, and we're flying up the hill, ready to fly.
There you go. Well, tell what products have you been taking?
I started on the age pill. Actually, it was 12 months ago this month, with the Train of Life, and then I slowly I tried the TSX as well, and then the Sisel Ripped, and found an amazing result just from all of them, really, I suppose. Mainly probably the age pill. I was noticing the same as everyone else, you know, the hair growth, the thickening, the colour being shiny. But I also noticed my eye colour changed. I changed from sort of like a greeny blue colour to really bright, light blue eyes. I slept better. I had more energy. I felt the happiness within, you know. I just wanted to get out of bed and enjoy life. But I also had torn a tendon in my right arm previously to starting, and it was quite painful. It was quite a bad tear. And I noticed probably within a week of being on the age pill that the pain had dissipated completely, and that tendon doesn't play up at all. I wouldn't even know that I've actually injured that tendon. And I had been told by physio and the doctors that it was going to take quite some time to heal. So then I had a period where I didn't have enough money to purchase the products. So I've gone for, I would say it would be 4 or 5 months without any age pill, any triangle of life. And I was slowly noticing how my energy was starting to disappear. I wasn't sleeping as well. And yeah, I'm now at the point where I've just placed my order and I'm waiting desperately for it to arrive so that I can actually get back on it all.
That's great. That's great. So you're going to be back on the products again.
Absolutely. I'm waiting with bated breath for it to arrive this week. And I've also ordered the skincare range. So I'm wanting to share that with everyone in my area.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, I'll tell you, if you go on the Sisel Transfusium site, you'll see a picture of me. I was the first one to use the Transfusium product, and as a guy that didn't use skincare products and likes to spend a lot of time outdoors, I'll tell you the changes that I saw. I mean, for me, and I was looking in the mirror 3 days later, and I went, I thought, oh my God, I'm seeing changes already. I thought that can't be. But I took a picture, and I didn't share it with anybody because I was just a little bit afraid that people would just say, no, you're just photoshopping.
Yeah.
And then I took another picture and another picture, and I started taking pictures, every day or every 2 days. And Susie, I'll tell you what, in 30 days, it's like I got a new face.
Wow. Well, I'm hoping that will help me too.
There you go. And so, one of the cool things is that, the Mowers are always looking ahead and trying to figure out what do they need to do to make the products even better. And so I was with Tom here in July and sitting with him out at his house, and he told me that he's adding the nicotinamide riboside, the NR that we found in the age pill. Mm-hmm. So think of all the results that you've seen with the age pill. Mm-hmm. And he's adding that plus a couple other ingredients into the Transfusium to make it even stronger. And one of the cool things, if you do some research on nicotinamide riboside, NR, it actually can help reverse the effects of solar damage, sun damage. Yeah. And that's so important because they're saying that skin cancer is on an extreme rise, not just in Australia, but all across the globe. So that'll be a good addition to the product.
That will be an amazing product. I look forward to that coming out.
Yeah, should be out by the end of the year is what he said. So, Well, everyone, that's our call for tonight. That's the testimonials that we have, and what great stories to share. And I'll have this posted up on the Sisel World Team YouTube channel here before the end of the evening or before noon down there in Australia. You'll have it. You'll have access to it, and then share that with people. Share the stories with people, and let them know that there's some great things that they can do. They can help people, and get enthusiastic about it. Make it your mission to share these stories with people. So, thanks everyone, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.